So as someone who uses social media on a daily basis, whether it be for 5 minutes or for 2 hours, I've seen the word millennials and generation X, Y, and Z going around everywhere. I've been interested in what all this jargon means. I have done all my research, and what I found is kind of irritating. To show why I'm so mad, I'll explain all of these terms. Generation X is not a Pokemon game, it's the people that were born after the baby boom in the 1960s to the mid-1970s. Generation Y, also known as the famed millennials, are the people that were born after Generation X to the mid-90s. I thought I was a millennial for a really long time because Generation Y became of age when I was born, which whenever they talked about it in news articles is the time range that they would speak about. But I am not part of Generation Y, I am part of Generation Z, which is the generation that has just happened. The starting year for this generation is definitely under discussion, ranging from 1993 to 1998 to 2000. For the sake of this video, I am going to go midway and say 1997, which is the year before I was born, which makes me part of Generation Z. I've been really interested in how people and the media view different generations for a while now, but since I was in confusion with the different generations, I couldn't find much solid evidence. Then it sparked up again when someone I follow on Twitter and very much love said something about Generation Z. This person did not get a good response. The reason is because the main people using social media is, drumroll, Generation Z. What a surprise! And when a group of people, especially on social media, feel like they're being attacked, they do not go quietly. Generation Z does not have a good reputation. Having been the first generation to really grow up with technology, it does have a significant impact on how you live. We're the ones that are used to being on their phone and social media and being tech savvy. So to make myself really mad, I typed into Google Generation Z articles and I wanted to see what the media saw us as. The answer was not always great. Articles like Forbes mentioned how diverse we are and how aware of our mental health we are, that is as important as our physical health. They say that our life is central to technology, but it's never a negative focus, because technology is going to be central to a lot of people's lives very soon. With older generations getting iPads and smartphones and becoming just as connected as younger generations are. CBS News did an article about how we're changing the digital age, and not in a bad way either, stating facts. A lot of articles focus on the positives of our generation, but then there are other articles. I'm going to read the first paragraph of the Business Insider article that I found. Facebook, of course. Books? Definitely not. Video games, for sure. Sport, no way. Speed, yes. Patience, not so much. This is the first paragraph. In this paragraph, they have assumed that the entirety of our generation are druggies, impatient, lazy, among other things. And they did this in the most condescending way possible. The article digs a deeper and deeper hole the more you read, and at the end they try to redeem themselves, but not sure you can. This is the first article you find when you type in that Google search. No wonder we get such a bad reputation when this stuff is around. When I was looking up Generation Z characteristics, this infographic came up. The image was this. The facts to go along with it aren't that bad, but that picture is the fact. With these statistics, you're putting up this photo and it has nothing to do with the statistics being stated. One of the facts does state that 44% check their social media hourly, but another fact states that 78% prefer face-to-face communication with work and bosses. How? That's not... How? The media. Another infographic used the exact same bloody photo, but they disguised it a little bit more so it's less obvious that they think we just spend our time on our phones all day. The rest of the infographics are showing the differences between Generation Z and previous generations and are genuinely interesting. They are showing facts in a non-biased way. As someone part of this generation and having so much discussion being put in about our generation, I can only compare myself to what they're saying. And yes, I do believe that mental health is very important and that technology is a very influential part of our lives. But I'm still a lover of books. I don't check social media every hour. I don't mind whether people share their opinions, but that means so can I. When the media is trying to make us look like bad guys and fit us into a very tiny box, it's not okay. They're only misinforming people, and the more misinformed people get, the worse it gets. Nobody fits into a tiny box as much as advertising wants us to. The generations before us didn't, and neither do we. As generations get more diverse, the less and less we fit into a box at all. Yes, our generation is not perfect, but neither was the one before or the one before that. Everyone in our generation is different. Some of our traits may align, but not all of them do. Do me a favor, and the next time you see an article talking shit about our generation, please don't instantly hate us. Generation Z is not all that bad. After all, we do have Zendaya and Haley Steinfeld. Bye.